I'm not gonna be on here long because I'm butting up to prayer time for the day, but we doing a quick test live stream. I need to see some things. And I got a couple things I want to say. So when you come on in, feel free to come on in and say hello. I'm interested in seeing how this pans out. Before I let you go away, can I get a kiss goodnight? Oh, I didn't say my prayer. Lord, in the name of Jesus Christ, I thank you for this day. And Lord, I bind every wicked tongue and every wicked finger that decides to come in this chat to create mischief and cause problems and seeks to steal, kill, and destroy. And Lord, I ask based upon our covenant that you, the God Almighty, that you deal with any witchcraft, sorcery, divination, or astral projection, and decree and declare that their way is dark and slippery, and that the pit that they dig, they shall fall up in. All right, guys, I'm doing a test for those of you who are here. I really don't expect a whole bunch of people to get here because our search engine optimized to go to a new place, but I want to test something just to see. So bear with me as I dig through this and see what is going on. I do have some things I want to talk about. But I just need moment or two. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. I hope you guys are doing well and everything is all right with you. Um, let's see. So that is there. So these mobile live streams don't allow for what I thought they would allow for. Let me see something. Let me see something. Today is Juneteenth, and I'm going to talk about what they do allow for it. Okay, give me 1 second. You guys will have my full attention. Today is Juneteenth, and I think it's mighty peculiar that all over the place, um, Democratic leadership is promoting illegal aliens. They are promoting depravity and everything that is anti-family, and that the expectation is that black people should come into agreement with this foolishness. I think it's amazing that that's the overall expectation. That we just because you feel a certain way, we supposed to be down with how you feel. And I wanted to say this on this particular day. There it is. That it's insulting, and I know it's insulting to all Americans. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I think everybody's insulted by this behavior and what we're seeing going on. But it's particularly insulting because there's this expectation, and I say this because I had someone call me about this, that because I'm black, I'm supposed to support illegals. That because I'm black, I'm supposed to um, sit up here and come into agreement with marching in the streets of the nation that I was brought up in, carrying other flags of other nations. I think it's amazing that people even think that there should be some form of agreement with it. And it's insane that that is the expectation. So I'm here to talk about a few things that I think we all should be looking out for. The Democratic coalition of races has fallen apart. And so they no longer have their coalition of races because they made up some pivotal mistakes of trying to lump American blacks and American Latinos in the same bag. They made the mistake of trying to lump American blacks and Latinos and transgenderism all in the same bag. And particularly males rejected it, which we saw that the Democratic Party came out and they paid an overweight 500-pound girl to try and do research as to why men are rejecting their party. Well, it's really simple. Your party represents evil. And inherently, men don't give in to evil. And this is going to sound messed up, but it was Eve that was deceived in the Bible, not Adam. Adam was just being a little trick and not standing up to Eve. And so you see the same thing over and over and over again playing out. That's why you see women more so in the streets marching. That's why you'll see news clips of like elderly liberal women crying and upset and hurt and angry because they've been deceived. And the dangerous thing about deception is this: once people have been deceived, pride kicks in, and then that pride does not allow them to admit that they've been wrong. It's what happened to the black community for a very long time. And on Juneteenth, if you don't understand this and haven't come to that realization that the men in shadowy rooms, which people call the Illuminati, those who have full-on demonic means in which they rule and reign by, and they outsource information from that demonic realm. If you don't understand that those people have deceived large swaths of the American population, then I don't know what to tell you at this point in time. Yeah, guys, hit the like button for me if you don't mind. But they've deceived large swaths of the American population. And I do trending news stories a lot. But you have to look at the news from a spiritual aspect as well. So we're in Pride Month. Pride Month started with a battle pride between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Pride Month continues with another battle between Donald Trump, Alex Jones, Candace Owens, and Tucker Carlson. What we see in this month is pride, the spirit of pride, trying to take down the United States of America. Do I think it will prevail? No, I don't think it will. Do I think it'll lead to war? Possibly. But everywhere you look, if the lens that you have on, like I have these eyeglasses on, if you just put the lens to see pride, you will see pride in everything that's happening. For example, Israel bombs Iran. Well, let's just start with Netanyahu. Netanyahu comes on American TV and he does an interview with Sean Hannity, I believe, or Brett Baer, and comes and tries to sell the American people. You know, I can understand America first, but I can't understand America dead. Pride. You know what I'm saying? If you can't find a like button, just tap the screen twice and you'll see the like button. It'll do like. Morning. I can understand America first, but I can't understand America dead. Right? And so then he goes on to say that Iran is trying to kill Donald Trump. Well, it was known that Iran was trying to kill Donald Trump, just like Ukraine was trying to kill Donald Trump. And then we get into the supreme leader of Iran saying that they will never back down, they'll never bow, and then they burn the American flag in their parliament. Pride. And I'm going to tell you what pride is getting ready to lead to. Everybody's talking about Israel bombing the nuclear facilities of Iran. But Israel has nuclear facilities. And so we're going to see Iran attempt to bomb their nuclear facility because Iran is crazy. And then it goes further. In this Pride Month, all of these heads are popping up. In this Pride Month, we see in New York City, the guy who's running for mayor, Zoran, I call him Sauron, because he really is Sauron, being extremely outspoken. I mean, he's taking the stage in the race for mayor in New York City versus Cuomo. And you're going to see that head of pride rise up in New York City. You're seeing it everywhere. You see people on the news, politicians on the news. Well, my constituents have been arrested, but they're talking about illegal aliens who broke the law to be here, but they're calling them their constituents. And this brings me back to the point for Black America on Juneteenth Day, on Juneteenth. If it hasn't pissed you off to the highest point of festivity, that the people in the halls of power that you've been voting for your whole life have decided that they're going to support people who are non-citizens at this level, then I don't know what to tell you. I ain't saying they should be giving you no reparations and kissing your behind, but I would be like, damn, you don't care about my vote. You clearly don't give a damn about my vote. Because if you cared about my vote, you would not be insulting my intelligence like this. You just wouldn't. It's clear that they don't care about your vote. It don't matter if it's a black politician. It could be like Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson came out and talked about he was going to give reparations, millions of dollars in reparations to black people. Man, you ain't getting a damn thing. That's just to try and balance his approach that he's been taking. He's trying to balance off the craziness he's been saying about illegals. So he gonna do what they always do, which is tell you he gonna give you something, you ain't gonna get a damn thing. Watch my word, you ain't gonna get a damn thing. But he needs to balance it off. So you got Brandon Johnson standing for illegals. You had the black mayor in New York City standing for illegals. What's his name? What's the mayor of New York City name, y'all? The bald head dude that looked like Kim, the singer. The one that was on it with Tom Homan. Damn, what's his name? Anyway, you had him. You got Karen Bass. You got the overweight black girl that was belly bumping the ICE agents trying to get into the building. She's just boom, 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 belly bumping everybody trying to get into the building. You know what I'm saying? It's insulting for the intelligence of anybody who's been an American citizen, and more so insulting for any black American that's voted for the Democratic Party. It should be insulting to any white liberal who's voted for the Democratic Party, but there's something off with them. There's clearly something ungodly about those people. I mean, you see it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and I mean, I'm not talking about the standard historical no war liberal. I'm talking about this new version of American white liberals. They're crazy. Something wrong with them. And it's insulting. And I just, my prayer is that this nation wakes up to the spiritual warfare that it's under, and that we as a nation can make a better decision. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a reason why they're defending all their illegals, because they need those bodies to match the ballots. It's been disclosed by Kash Patel that the 2020 election was stolen, which everybody knew. If you saw the graph did like this and it spiked up. Everybody knew that election was stolen. But it's been disclosed that it's been stolen and that there were Chinese ballots being used in that election. So what I anticipate is this. I fully anticipate that we're going to find ourselves in a situation where if we don't get a significant portion of the illegal aliens out of the United States of America before 2026, you're going to see election theft unlike you've ever seen before. They're going to go for the gusto because they don't have a choice but to go for the gusto. If they lose 2026, then when I say they, I mean like the people who are anti-American, socialist and communist party of America, because it's no longer the Democratic Party. If they lose, they're dead. So you can expect them to do anything at this point in time. Anything. I mean, anything whatsoever. Somebody gave me $20. Thank you. Louisiana Dub, one of my homies from Louisiana. You can expect them to do anything at this point in time. You truly, truly can. And then I think the backlash that's coming from the minority communities in America, what I mean, like black